I'm Roxanne Stein, along with legal analyst and local criminal defense attorney Michelle Suskauer, as we take a break in the courtroom action. The John Goodman trial underway last week and now opening statements given this morning. Both the prosecution and the defense have given their statements. Michelle, what are the key points from each opening statement this morning?
Well, first of all, the state went first after the judge gave his instructions, and they were talking about really how they can prove their case. That John Goodman was actually operating his vehicle, that he had a certain amount to drink, so much so that he was over the legal limit at the time of the accident and still was twice the legal limit after the accident, that he knew that he was in an accident, that he hit another vehicle, and that he willingly left the scene and did not render aid.
And then Roy Black, I know several times during his opening statements, tried to bring up about John Goodman. Roy Black is the lead defense attorney for John Goodman. That certain things about John Goodman that the judge told him not to bring them into the discussion. What was he trying to establish there?
What he was trying to do was to bring in character evidence, to give the jury a little background and humanize his client and say, look, this is someone who came from a modest background, who built up a business. He loves horses. He loves the people that work with horses. And what the state was vehemently objecting to was that this was improper character evidence, that they're really trying to bolster him up as, this great guy when that's not appropriate at that time.
And Roy Black was establishing in his opening statement, going on to say that John Goodman was not intoxicated, that the throttle malfunctioned on the car,
That's
that
right.
he had no idea he even hit another car, that he stumbled into this stable owner's, quote, man cave, in the words of Roy Black, and found alcohol and then drank because he had a concussion, and that was to relieve the pain of the concussion.
That's right, and that would also explain, according to Roy Black, the way that John Goodman looked, the way he acted, that he was a little unsteady on his feet, that he was out of it, uncertain, maybe mumbling, and that when he called 911, he called his girlfriend first because that was the only phone number that he remembered.
And as we wrap up and go back to courtroom coverage, opening statements, as we said, have concluded, but now witnesses will start giving their testimony.
Witnesses are going to start giving their testimony. The state goes first. The state's going to present their case. They will not wrap up today. The state will probably have at least 2 days of witnesses. There is a significant number of law enforcement and their own experts, and then we hear from the defense and their experts as well.
We'll be back during the next break, and of course live coverage at noon on WPTV News Channel 5.